So one thing that I saw, and one thing that some of the early founders saw in a
Yes.
playable proof of concept and other things, and I played around in it, was the ability to go into the first person, like a first person view.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Can we go into first person mode? You're asking.
th-
I pre-read these questions. Can you
look
tell?
at you go! Get out of my head! No, no, no!
Ah!
You are. He's clairvoyant.
Anyways, so with the first person mode, it's like just juice on the game. It's not meant to be a main feature, but if you have a wall, it would be nice since you have a king to be able to stand on that wall, look over your town, walk through your village and see your people working. So it gives you more connection to your townspeople. So we definitely want to include that. In saying that, it's a city builder game. So everyone knows that you get the top down, you can move the camera around a bit, but you don't get that super zoomed in. So our building assets aren't meant to be first person shooter AAA. You look like you're 2 feet away and you see the reflections of yourself off the window. You're not going to see that. But you'll be able to walk around your town and you'll have the village and your people working and you'll be able to experience the town and the world. And I believe you have a weapon and there's some light combat where you could actually do. Now putting your king in a combat role is dangerous though. So I would be careful with that to begin with. But he does have a weapon.
There was an awesome question within our Discord chat. Where did the idea of multiple paths come from, or like where was the inspiration?
I mean, lots of games have that. For us specifically, I would say probably Black and White, where you got to choose. In our game, we don't like to use the words good and evil because they're so set and like very obvious which is which. But those pathways and how they changed your towns, that was both myself and Brandon. We loved that growing up and always wanted to kind of put that back into a game again.
This one was tricky. I had to Google what the acronym meant.
I was wondering
Do
if you're
you,
going to use the acronym or just say it.
did you see? No. I wanted to explain because I
Good,
will
good,
say what it is.
good.
First, the question was, are you using GOP for your peasant AI algorithm? For those of you just joining us, or for those of you who are like, what the F is GOP? I will feed you, baby birds. GOP is goal oriented action planning. So are we using GOP or goal
Yeah, so
oriented
that's a type
action
of like
planning AI?
AI program. Yeah, so I'm not a programmer myself, but I did ask our head programmer Garrett, and he said we're not using it for that purpose, but we're using it actually in our enemy kingdom. So the enemy kingdom that is the person that lived in the land that you're coming to and is, I would guess, not happy you're there. That guy, he is using the GOP system on his people.
Can the game just be played single player, or do you have to use the multiplayer suite of services? This one individual who asked this question is not a fan of PvP, and just enjoys playing solo. Will there be a campaign mode that he can enjoy in solitude?
Well, don't tell anyone, Steve. I'm not actually a big fan of PvP either. I'm old and people just kill me. But saying that, we still want PvP in our game. Now, our game is not a PvP centric game. It's not an RTS. Get my hands up high enough, you can see the quotes. It's not an RTS game where like we're trying to be on esports or anything like that. It's a city builder with multiplayer. So you can play with your friends. You don't have to play with your friends. The campaign will work single player. It will work multiplayer. Doesn't matter. You can play in a sandbox mode, and I believe you can even just have sandbox mode with multiplayer or not, or campaign with multiplayer or not.
If we wanted to make it an esport, could we?
Oh, for sure. I totally encourage. I would love to see Thrive esport battles.
Right?
Definitely.
Great.
I will never
Greg
stop that.
Greg and I will be doing color commentary on the
Oh yes.
broadcasts. One of the reasons why you can't finish our game in just 40 minutes is the scale and size of our maps, or scale and size of the world in Thrive. So, Greg, the question is, how big is our world map, or how big will our world map be?
Well, currently the map we have released builds, and the map we've been kind of using our demo map technology on the builds we've been releasing, so no one's actually seen the actual real map. The actual real map we've been now going to put out for our hopefully our next devlog and the next build we release to our VIPs on on Discord is about 25 kilometers squared, I believe.
25 kilometers. That's still quite a size, though, eh?
Well, it's we're trying to go realistic sizes for our buildings. Again, since we're not in RTS, we want things to look real. We want people to kind of be able to walk in into doors and look like they can use the buildings they use. So where people are just under a meter, just the map is 25 meters, 25 kilometers squared. You can kind of you can do the math. Like it's very big. It would take a player like in our game we have day and night cycles, so it will take you more than a day to walk across our map as a person.